Auburn Blitz is now on the air. Your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Good Tuesday afternoon and welcome into the Auburn Blitz. I'm Randy Lee alongside my good friend David Jones, and for the first time he and I will be working Auburn Blitz together. Normally, Coach, two color guys is what I would call the two of us.
Ain't no question.
We're the sidekicks.
What they did today, they said let's put the two best looking guys.
Well, we won that battle, and that's about the only battle that we're going to win. So I'll take that. But it should be fun today to catch up with Coach and to get some ideas from a scheme standpoint of what he's seeing watching Auburn play. But more importantly, we'd love to hear from you out there. 256-234-6221 is our phone number. Phone lines are open the entire program, so please call us up. Message us on Facebook. We'll try to go through those as well. If you've got comments, you got questions, hit us up there. Coach, I could start in a million different directions, but I want to start with Robbie Ashford because it was the topic of conversation for you and I as we're getting set to start the program. And, you know, I truly think that on Saturday the plan was to give him the chance to throw the football around a little bit and see how he can do. We already have a really good idea what he can do running the football. He can be dynamic. He can be a game breaker when it comes to running the football, but has to have the ability to loosen a defense up and where they don't just throw 8 men in a box and try to stop that run. When he threw the interception, it felt like the entire game plan around using him to throw it around a little bit Saturday went away. Just your thoughts on that.
Well, he had a guy wide open.
He did.
Just underthrew that. It was a stinker. You know, and the 2 interceptions that TJ threw last week, those were stinkers. I mean, I think that you're right. I think they were trying to give him every opportunity to win the job. Everybody knows he can run the zone read till the cows come home. The thing that concerns me, Randy, is now that the so-called plan's kind of out the window, he only ran 9 plays Saturday. And he never ran more than 2 plays in a row. I said this yesterday. How can you get a feel for a football game as a quarterback when you know you're going to be jerked out if you make a mistake or even if you gain 30 yards on a zone read and you're out again? So I don't know that the plan that Coach Harsin had in the beginning is the plan now. So T.J. Finley's our quarterback. I mean, Ashford ran 9 plays. So until that point where Robbie Ashford, and I'm not saying he won't get more comfortable throwing the football, but he's going to do it on Saturday because you and I know they don't touch him during the week.
No, it's hard to decide if a guy with that type of skill set, that type of athleticism is going to parlay to the game situation because when you can move around in the backfield and make plays with your legs and make plays in the passing game with your legs by making people miss, that's hard to set up in any kind of system throughout the week. So I'm with you, but, man, I did feel like that was his drive. That was his opportunity. I looked at my wife. I said, well, here it is. Yep. If he plays clean football here, he's got a chance. Yeah. He's got a chance to take it over, and I still believe his ceiling's higher than T.J. Finley. Yeah. But his floor may be lower, too, if he can't throw the football any better.
And the only other thing that I can say, this is just from a coaching standpoint, I told Andy yesterday, I rarely played 2 quarterbacks. But when I did, I gave him possession. Now, you can count that interception as a possession. Yep. But, you know, he came back in the game and ran 2 plays out, 1 play out, 1 play out. You know, give the guy possession and let him earn that confidence back. T.J. Finley played better in the second half Saturday. He made some nice throws. And the disappointing thing with Robbie, because you and I both said this on the show, that deep ball that he threw last week,
beautiful,
one of the best balls I've seen in Jordan-Hare Stadium in a while.
Oh, yeah, it was perfect.
So the ability's there. It's just the consistency.
Consistency, and I think consistent play from the offensive line is part of our issues right now. Yeah. I think we've been pretty good in pass protection. Yes. I think that we would grade out, just with my eyes telling me, our quarterbacks have had time to make plays down the field. But as far as getting a push, especially in the first half this past week, we're not getting much of a push. And when Tank Bigsby's only rushing for 51 yards in the game and your leading rusher's your backup quarterback who's running that read option and getting big chunks of yards just about every time that we're running that.
Which he won't get down the road in the league.
Not if he can't prove that he can throw the football down the field. Because they're going to stack 8 in the box and they're going to be able to run with him on the perimeter in the SEC. But your thoughts on offensive line play? I just don't see us getting the push I'd hoped for.
No, you're right. It's not quite what it's better than last year.
Sure.
I mean, we've pulled our hair out the last 2 years. It's better than last year. There is time, and if TJ Finley's going to be the guy, we have to continue to create that time for him because he's just not mobile. He's not. I mean, I almost fell out of my stadium cushion seat Saturday when he pulled that ball
went around.
Scored because nobody in the stadium thought he's not going to pull. He's always going to give. And he did. Kudos for that. But thank goodness we have 3 running backs with great vision that even though there's not a push sometimes, they can find that seam and make positive yardage.
256-234-6221. Coach, you said something before we went on air that Gus Malzahn he'd practically run a running back that he got comfortable with in the dirt.
We're lucky Booby Whitlow's still alive.
I mean, he would run one in the dirt.
Yeah.
We're not doing that right now. No. And I think we've got 3 very serviceable running backs.
Totally agree. And I think we get into the fourth quarter of a close game, we're going to have fresh legs. And, that hadn't been the case in the past with Gus. I mean, he'd ride that horse until the horse needed water and a nap and a replacement. That was just his deal. I love the fact that we're keeping 3 running backs fresh. And I think that's going to pay dividends in the fourth quarter in some close games, hopefully. I've said this. I think you've said this before, too. And we'll talk about defense, I'm sure, in the next segment. But our defense is going to have to keep us in some close games, just keeping other teams off the scoreboard and hope that this offense comes around. But we're there. It's Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
Saturday's the big one.
I mean, I didn't get the feel offensively a lot of times that I got during the Gus Malzahn era that we would go into halftime and we'd come back out and we'd practically be looking and doing the same as we maybe didn't have any success in the first half. I felt like we made some adjustments, and that was a different team in the second half. I mean, we go from 40 plays for San Jose State in the first half to only 28 for Auburn to the second half really owning the line of scrimmage, playing better, running the football, and TJ Finley looking like a different person out there. I'm trying to give us a positive comment here offensively, and we were a lot better in the second half.
Well, let me ask you this, your opinion. I said this yesterday. It's been done before. I'm not saying we did it. Did we sandbag a couple of days last week and prepare for Penn State when we should have been spending all of our time on San Jose? Did San Jose State do the same thing the week before when they had Portland State getting ready for us, and that's another reason why they played really, really? I don't know. I would think not, but you never know. So
I don't think San Jose State's a very good football team. I think they had a mobile quarterback that caused some problems for us.
Those 2 receivers they had, 4 and 7.
But from a physicality standpoint, us allowing them to kind of they didn't handle us, but they were man-to-man equal to us on the lines of scrimmage. I thought Derek Hall played really well, and I thought Iota and some of those other guys on the defensive front had some big games. Marcus Harris
was a little more active Saturday.
They were. Papo, and we'll get into that. We go to defense. Man,
okay.
he misses too many tackles.
Yeah.
I just don't.
And Cam Riley, 15 tackles the week before, and Saturday,
It's a little odd, and I've got my own opinions on the secondary, but staying with this offense, we were much better in the second half, and hopefully we can relay that over because we're going to have to not lose field possession, time of possession, and total plays in a half, especially if they aren't explosive plays. It'd be different if we ran 28 plays and we hit 4 30, 40-yard plays. We didn't have that in the first half. It was just really doom and gloom. We didn't have hardly anything positive go for us in the first half offensively.
We came out flat as a pancake.
Yeah, we did.
We just did. Shanker, I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know. Maybe he and his girlfriend had a rough week. I don't, these kids are 18, 19, 20 years old. You never know what's going on. But, hey, You come out of that tunnel in Jordan-Hare Stadium with all the pageantry and everything. We'll talk about that too. There's some rumors going around about Saturday. You got to be ready to play.
You
It
better.
doesn't matter the opponent. Doesn't matter what time. Everybody says, 11 o'clock. I don't care if they play at 2 o'clock in the morning. You come out in that orange and blue out of that tunnel, you got to be ready to play.
Well, they're going to be ready. You know, there's one thing I can say about James Franklin teams. They may not be as athletic as other teams, but I feel like they play physical brand of football and they're in football games. Unless the athlete for athlete is just not in their favor at all, he always seems to have his guys ready, which
Absolutely.
Concerns me a little bit
Yeah.
Saturday. We better be – if we play anywhere near like we played last Saturday, we could get run off the field
So,
Saturday.
That's exactly right. It's not going to be pretty.
And does that worry you,
Yes, absolutely.
by the way we're playing?
But I don't think that's going to be the case this Saturday. Something was off Saturday. I don't know if it was looking toward Penn State. I don't know if it was some miscombobulation because of what they thought was going to happen with the quarterback position that didn't. And we'll talk about the secondary in this next segment. My goodness. But I just don't think that's going to be the case this Saturday. That being said, we're going to play a ton better.
I think the crowd's going to be amped. I mean, I can. You just have a sense that the entire fan base knows if this Saturday doesn't go our way, we're all worried about where this thing can be going. Up against our first break here on the Auburn Blitz.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Concrete Basement and Walls LLC, 205-229-0234. Call owner Eric McKenzie now to get your free quote now. 205-229-0234. Concrete Basement and Walls LLC.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Finding a job might be tough, but starting your new career has never been easier. Wellborn Cabinet in Ashland has a wide array of career opportunities with benefits. General labor production, skilled cabinet builders, product assembly line, shipping, over-the-road truck drivers, clerical, marketing, security, daycare, office clerks, and so much more. Apply in person, 38669 Highway 77 South in Ashland, or online at wellborn.com. Building cabinets, building careers, and building our community.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey, it's Brett Pritchard, and I'm here to tell you all about Sims Foods, who you know better as Wickles Pickles. Wickles Pickles, that 90-year-old recipe, wickedly delicious. relish, okra, and pickles. From Saturday sandwiches, tailgate snacks, to holiday dinners with your family and friends. From their family to yours, Wickles Pickles, those wickedly delicious pickles.
Wickles Pickles, wickedly delicious pickles.
Concrete Basement and Walls LLC, 205-229-0234. Call owner Eric McKenzie now to get your free quote now. 205-229-0234. Concrete Basement and Walls LLC.
It's truck season at Glenn Smith in Opelika. We have an excellent supply of Chevrolet Silverados and GMC Sierras with giant discounts and low monthly payments. New Chevrolet Silverados up to $6,000 off, or payments as low as $499 a month with zero money down. GMC Sierras discounted up to $5,000 off.
Zero money down, no payments till 2023 at Glenn Smith in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Coach, atmosphere, Jordan-Hare Stadium, probably, and we all hope as Auburn fans that it's at a fevered pitch this upcoming Saturday. It's a huge game. You do hope Auburn hasn't played their best ball. You do hope Coach Harston's hopefully held something back, and we're going to show it this Saturday against a very good Penn State squad that's currently ranked number 22 in the country and brings a well-coached, disciplined group with a multi-year starter back there at quarterback, whether you like him or dislike him. But talk about the atmosphere and potential. At least there's a lot of talk for some changes with the football team.
Yeah, it's well, you know, Randy, I was telling you off air, when my wife and I moved here 22 months ago, I said, we're going to get season tickets to football now that we live close enough to Auburn. And we're in section 35, which is kind of corner of the end zone goal line, but, you know, they let the eagle out above us. They alternate, you know, ends. And I got a great video of that eagle. He buzzed us Saturday. Yeah. It was awesome. Now, when that stuff starts, Jordan-Hare Stadium is alive. Whoever their media crew is that does those hype videos.
Great, aren't they?
It's not anybody in the country that does anything better than that. The atmosphere around the stadium these first 2 weeks has been pretty dead. But I'm predicting that Saturday that's not going to be the case. I mean, I think it's going to be electric. I think SEC Nation is going to be on campus. There are rumors swirling that the orange face masks are going to come out, and maybe even some orange jerseys, which we hadn't worn in 40 years. I mean, if that's what we got to do to get the crowd hype and get an edge, I'm okay with it, I guess. The last time we wore orange jerseys, I think it was Barfield. That kind of scares me a little bit.
So it worries you a little bit. Are you more of one, you know, I've had this, Luke Robinson and I have had a program where we went back and forth pretty good on this topic now.
I can't imagine.
Yeah, and we tend to do that a lot on programs, but this is one of the topics that we really went back and forth on, and I understand why you would want to stay traditional and why schools decide to stay traditional, because the moment that you go away from that, you tend to break brand a little bit, and I get that. So are you one of the old school fans that would rather see us stick to brand and stick to look?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, some little change. You know, they've changed the jerseys a little bit. That orange stripe is the more metallic looking now. Mm-hmm. I'm biased, but I just think our home uniform is one of the best looking uniforms, and our helmets, that's just class. I hope they never change the helmet. But yeah, if we want to bring out a different colored jersey every once, and just, you know, kids are into that now. The players, they're into the, you know, you go to, my son we went to a recruiting trip at Florida State for baseball, and they walked us into their equipment room and showed us all those uniform combinations for baseball. And my son goes, dude, that's unbelievable. You know, the kids love that stuff.
Sure.
So if we have to go to an orange jersey every once in a while, I'm okay with that, I guess, but just don't wholesale change the uniform. I can't do that.
It's impossible. You segued slightly to baseball, and I just want to get a quick little baseball in. Man, Butch Thompson's recruiting his rear end off right now, isn't he?
I'm going to tell you, when I'm wearing my shirt today, guys, you know, Omaha, Randy, if you ever get a chance to go out there, I can't even put into words how great that was, and plus the fact that Auburn was there. Butch Thompson is one of the best coaches in the country, but one of the best men in the country as far as leading young men. And he's recruiting. And a lot of credit to Carl Nonamaker, who was the assistant coach of the year this year. I'm afraid we may lose him down the road to a head coaching position because he's that good. But, yeah, man, that's what I tell people. I say, right now, baseball and basketball, we'll play in a Walmart parking lot. We don't care.
Because a lot of times, most of the time, we're going to have better talent than you are.
Yeah. Now, football, we got a little ways to go. But baseball and basketball right now, bring it on.
Yeah, and that has not been the case over the last, basketball, outside of a couple of stretches here with Cliff Ellis, who put a good squad together, and Sonny Smith, who had some good recruiting classes in the early to mid-'80s. We haven't had equal athleticism to our competition in baseball since Hal Baird left.
No.
We haven't been close.
No.
So that hasn't been the norm. No. Now, football, for the most part, we've been a 8 to 12 ranked recruiting.
Yeah.
Boy, now it's sad to see the flip if you're a football fan.
Randy, I think we got a call.
Okay. Caller, you on the Auburn Blitz.
Hello, how you all doing today?
We're good, Jerry.
Hey, Jerry.
Glad to have you.
Good. Thank you for taking my call, fellas. Hope y'all are doing great. And y'all brought up about the orange jerseys and everything. Well, I'm about David's age, a couple of years older than David, but I remember when Doug Barfield and them, they brought them out and they tied Georgia. They were kind of undermanned a little bit that day, and they played a real good game, but brought them out the next year and they flopped. And then Coach Dye come in there, and one of the first things he was asked on one of his call-in shows about going to orange jerseys sometimes, somebody called in and asked him, he said, look, I remember when those blue shirts, blue jerseys, we put the fear of God into people, and that's what it takes. It ain't a whole bunch of gimmicks and stuff like that. That's just my opinion on that, fellas. It's what we put out on the field. That's what gets people excited, gets recruits excited if they want to come to your program and everything because you're playing good ball. And that's just my opinion on that. And I'm a little bit more of a traditionalist, as you can tell, and I think it's just the product we put out on the field that gets people excited, and that's my opinion. And War Eagle.
War Eagle to you, Jerry. We appreciate it. So he sticks with you.
Let me tell you a story, Randy. When I was coaching at Fairfield High School, we had these beautiful purple and gold where I coached.
Mm-hmm.
We had those shiny purple pants. We rolled up to Cortland. You remember old Cortland High School?
I do.
Cortland
Very
Chiefs.
good. Very good team.
Man, those dudes had mismatched helmets, borrowing cleats, offense giving a defensive guy cleats to go on the field to play and then swapping back. Just their uniforms were tattered. And opening kickoff, one of our best athletes caught the ball, and they hit him so hard he was on the field. He's in the fetal position on the field. From that point on, they beat the dog out of us. When that ball's kicked off, it don't matter what color jersey you wear.
And it's about how you play it and how tough you are. And
exactly
right now, Auburn's got to find their way with that.
That's exactly
running the football physically. I think that's our bread and butter, and we need to find that on Saturday, I think, if we stand a chance of beating Penn State.
Wear purple jersey Saturday. I don't care. Let's just hit somebody and execute.
Up against another break here on the Auburn Blitz.
Growing your business isn't just one thing, it's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done, day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and commercial buildings. Frontline Outfitters also handles vinyl wraps, spray-in bed liners, truck accessories, LED lighting, paint correction and detailing, and much more. Make sure Frontline Outfitters of Alexander City is your first call for tinting and aftermarket solutions. Call us today, 256-409-8100.
The interstate is backed up this morning due to an accident.
So you don't like sitting still on the interstate? Get the free Algo traffic app. With Algo, you'll have the information you need to avoid problems on your route, to work, to home, to the beach. Traffic backups, wrecks, lane closures, all with current info and live traffic camera feeds. Know before you go with Algo Traffic, ALGO Traffic from the Alabama Department of Transportation. Get it today and arrive on time.
Lake Martin Garage, located on Highway 280 in Jackson's Gap, has been serving our area since 1993. From routine maintenance such as oil changes, tune-ups, and rotating and balancing your tires, to transmission and engine repair, our trained and certified mechanics will get you back on the road better than before. Need a tow? With a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week towing service, Lake Martin Garage has local and long-range pickup. Trust your vehicle needs to the professionals at Lake Martin Garage. Call 256-825-6139, or better yet, stop in and see them today. Lake Martin Garage.
Russell Building Supply and Home Center is just around the corner in a brand new convenient location with a wide selection of grills, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. The new store offers more home improvement items along with other helpful conveniences like a drive-through lumber yard and our Best Rewards program, making it an ideal destination for do-it-yourselfers and professional contractors. Get ready for game day on the plains by stocking up on all your Auburn tailgating gear at Russell Building Supply and Home Center.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
For more than 40 years, Ingram Equipment Company has helped companies, towns, and cities with their dirtiest, most challenging jobs by providing the very best equipment and by helping them keep in tip-top working condition. IEC represents leading manufacturers such as Heil garbage truck bodies, Timco sweepers, Step pothole patchers, and many more. We proudly support all athletes and teams that compete across the state and wish them good luck this year. Ingram Equipment Company, ingramequipment.net.
Defensively, not terrible, but not great on Saturday. Gave up way more passing yards than I ever expected us to. Derek Hall was really good. He was productive, had 8 tackles in the football game. Owen Papo ends up with 7, but misses several times, especially in pass coverage. He's susceptible to missing an open field. But, David, just your overall thoughts about the defensive play Saturday.
One guy that I do want to compliment, because I'd been a little down on him last year because he had some busts with Wesley Steiner.
Mm-hmm.
He came up and stuck some people Saturday. He really did. But you're right. I don't know what's going on. Like I told you off the air, I don't know if we're being really conservative right now with these first 2 opponents, saving some things for Penn State. We are in man some, but we're so soft on the outside that, they ran slants and digs on us all day. And, Andy was making the point yesterday, they had an 11-play drive, a 12-play drive. They had some sustained drives. Now, I did like Cordero. Cordero, he's a fine quarterback. But that was San Jose State.
Sure, yes. I mean, when you get in a situation where, and I can remember doing this a few years ago, when Jeremy Johnson was a junior and we played Jacksonville State. And remember, they had the quarterback Jenkins.
Yes.
He's a very good player.
Yes.
And they end up going to the national championship that year in their division. He was a great – so I'm not trying to knock him, but when you get into a point where you're talking yourself into, man, is San Jose State better than I think they are? Is Jacksonville State better than I think they are? Which is what I remember when we won in that overtime game. That's not real good.
Well, Randy, you know, yesterday, Andy, I don't think it's on today's script, but Andy had, and this has been going back to 2015. It seems like every year we've had a stinker game like that. The Jacksonville State, the Georgia State. And Andy named off like 6, 7 games in a row by year that we're not impressive at all. Got the win. That was the case again Saturday. I don't know why in the heck we do that. But maybe, you know, there again, I know mental is so much with athletics, and I know these guys are so looking forward to Penn State. I'm just hoping that maybe that was the case, that they were, you know, and Brian Harsin, all he talks about is 1-0. Win today, win today, win today. But, you know, it's hard to tell 18, 19, 20-year-old kids that. Maybe they were looking ahead. Because the way we came out Saturday, like you said, if we come out like that this Saturday, we're going to be behind real quick.
Well, I think those 7 or 8 years, and I said it on this program a lot, and I know we'll go to the phone lines, but I'll get this comment in.
Yeah.
I didn't know what our identity was offensively.
Right.
I didn't know who we were going for at quarterback, what we wanted to do from the quarterback position, why in the world we had different quarterbacks that bring so many different skill sets to the table, because you're the one recruiting them. You're the one bringing them in.
Right.
And I feel the same right now. I don't feel any better. So I don't know if it's an inability to go and get top-tier guys that's causing the problems. I don't know that. I mean, we've gotten pretty good recruiting classes, but the last couple haven't been very good at all. So, you know, your thoughts on that? I mean,
Well,
are we a little bit
Randy,
of an identity crisis?
Absolutely. To your point, and we've talked about this before, we know that Brian Harsin is more of a drop-back type offensive guy.
Pro-style, run the football.
Robbie Ashford is not that.
No.
But if Robbie Ashford ended up being our best option, you have to be able to adapt and tweak the offense. Now, obviously, we know he can run the zone read. So I think that I think he's willing to do that because he knows, man, we got a little situation here.
Good point. Call you on the Auburn Blitz.
Randy, how you and Coach doing today?
We're good, James.
James.
Glad to have you.
Yeah, I'm doing good. I give Coach, Randy, you wouldn't remember this. You may have heard about it, but you were just a gleam in your parents' eye back then. Coach, you remember the day Auburn beat Georgia 18-18?
We beat Georgia 18-18?
Yeah. It was when William Andrews was there. I remember it because he ran the touchdown.
Yeah.
Here's what happened. It was around 77, 78. All right, Auburn came out in the blue. They, you know, it was played at Jordan Hare. It wasn't 88,000 people there. It was probably about, I think it was 50 about what it seated then. But anyway, Auburn went back under the tunnel, and they came out in the orange thing. And that place, if it had a roof on it, it would have blown it off.
I do remember that. They changed at halftime. Yeah.
The reason I say that, everybody said at the time, William Andrews went 2 yards into the end zone, and the damn referee said he was down on the 1 yard line. And if they'd had instant replay, they'd have lynched him right there. It was the biggest, but that's where that came from. And I saw that game. I remember it too well. I hadn't had anything to drink, and I was still kind of floating down a little bit because they've used the orange some, and the other fellow that called a while ago, I like orange and blue, just like we wear usually at home. But that one right there, now that might trip a trigger. Of course, I'm telling everybody the opposition's probably listening to us. But anyway, that was one time I remember. Only time I ever saw him play in orange, and that was something that it was Barfield, and he like I say, they came out in the blue, and then came on back out in the orange when the game started. So that's just one little thing. I tell you something, we can beat these guys. I watched them a little on one of the national stations there one day. They're beatable. We just got to do it, and it's going to be that way all year long. And we might as well just play the very best ball we can. I don't know what kind of secrets are going on down there with them had Stork, quarterback, or Ashford, but, you know, that damn Calzada, he's a bit of waste of time. However, he beat Alabama, so. But anyway, I just thought y'all might like that little stroll down memory lane.
No, we love it, James. Thank you so much for the call, buddy.
All right, thank y'all.
Thank you. Up against the break, we come back, got a couple more segments here on the Auburn Blitz.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Attention! Have you or a loved one been diagnosed with cancer after using Zantac or other heartburn medications for several months? You may be entitled to compensation. Call Zantac Justice now for a free legal case review. The FDA has warned that Zantac and other medications containing heartburn drug ranitidine may be contaminated with cancer-causing agent NDMA. Consult your physician prior to discontinuing any use of medication.
Please call 800-379-5986.
Hey, honey, it's Mom. Just wanted to call and check in, see how everything's going. You'll probably say, not to worry. Everything is great. But we miss you. I'll call you back later. How are you? Tell me everything.
Everything's great. I love it here.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug-tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Hey, this is Doug Roberts, long-term resident of Alexander City. I sold my house with Century 21 Lake Area Realty because all my life I had heard that to sell a house you need three things: location, location, location. I found out there's actually four. You need location, 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 and Rhonda Gaskins at Century 21 Lake Area Realty to sell your house fast.
Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644.
Jason Isbell and the 400 Unit. September 15th, 7 p.m., the Gouge Performing Arts Center at Auburn University. Jason Isbell and the 400 Unit. Buy tickets at the box office or visit gougecentertickets.auburn.edu. The new album, Georgia Blue, out now.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Brubaker Motors in Montgomery is the largest and fastest growing used car dealership in the River region. You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker. It's better at Brubaker.com.
Brubaker, Brubaker, Brubaker.
You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker.
Brewebaker. BREWBAKER.com.
It's better at Brubaker.com.
All right, Coach, a couple of questions to throw to you and to those of you that are tuning in out there. Give us a comment on Facebook or give us a phone call. Question number one, what are Harsin and Keesaw trying to accomplish at the quarterback position?
I don't know at this point. I really don't. I'm bumfuzzled. I think what you said, and I had not thought about that, but I think, Robbie comes out. That was his time to continue what he had started the week before. And it just didn't work out. And the thing that I don't get is the in two plays out, in one play out, in one play out. You can't get any continuity or feel for the game, especially from the quarterback. Now, people say, well, they run running backs in all the time. Well, that's a different story. You quarterback. It's like your pitcher in baseball. So I just think from this point, Randy, what I'm seeing, TJ Finley's our quarterback, and we're going to, Andy's favorite word, we're going to package Robbie Ashford and feature some of the things that he can do.
So you think we'll continue with that rotation that we've seen?
That being said, Randy, the zone, well, he ran, I broke it down yesterday. He ran 9 plays to 3 passes, a swing pass to Tank that you or I could throw, the incompletion and the interception. Other than that, it was 4 zone reads, a quarterback draw, and a quarterback sweep. Those are the plays that Robbie Ashford ran Saturday because I charted the game Sunday night. I just don't see that changing this week because I'm afraid they're afraid to stick him out there and run the whole offense with him right now because of the passing inadequacies. That being said, a team like Penn State, an Arkansas, a Georgia, the package deal with Ashford, it's sexy, but that zone read, that's not going to fly in the league, and these people are going to scheme that up because 75% of the plays that he runs is going to be that, and they're ready.
Well, hopefully, his arm strength's there. So I'm going to glass half full of this one. I'm hoping that we keep showing that read option. We hit him over the top a few times. That was the beauty of Nick Marshall. Now, Nick Marshall got better with intermediate passing and hitting the little sideline passes. But Nick Marshall's greatness was he could run the football, make plays when things broke down, and he had a massive arm. He could throw the ball down the field and open you up with Sammy Coates.
Don't you see that in Robbie Ashford?
I see that in him, and I hope that his his completion percentage keeps it to a point where we can use that. Because if we don't use that, I'm with you. I don't see how that read option is going to work out if they can't be semi-scared that he's going to hit us over the top.
Well, we saw that with Gus, with the Wildcat. Everybody in the stadium knew what we were running, and we can't get to that with Robbie Ashford. He's got to be able to complete some passes. Yeah, run the zone read, but if they know he's able to complete some passes, you can't totally sell out to the zone read and not worry about him throwing it over the top.
So do you like Finley? You think Finley gives us the best chance against quality opponents, or right now do you think the ceiling's high enough that Ashford gives you the best chance? Not that this matters because I think you're going to see Finley. I'm with you, but from what you've seen so far.
I still think Robbie Ashford's your best chance. I really do. Let me reserve judgment on that till after Saturday, Randy.
To see if he's improved that much.
To see if TJ can get out of some trouble Saturday, because he's going to get pressured Saturday. Let's see what TJ Finley does this coming Saturday, and then I think I'll be able to have a definitive answer on that. But from an athletic standpoint, that deep ball that Robbie threw last week, unbelievable. I mean, if he can do that more consistently, how can you not sit here and say he's not our best option?
4 interceptions for Auburn, no turnovers forced by your defense. Probably the worst stat right now. Do you agree?
Well, I stole that from Chris Doring. He was talking to Childers on, and I love that show, Neuheisel and Childers. And But when you think about it, as much as we've talked about our defense and how we're excited about our defense, we're -4 in turnovers against 2 average football teams. Our defense has got to create some turnovers and some field position for this offense, because our offense needs every advantage that they can get right now.
You know, we're in man coverage, but we're in loose man. But outside of one play on Saturday, I don't think Kaufman had a chance at an interception late in the ball game.
Yeah.
But other than that, did we play the ball very often? Did I miss that? I just don't remember any corners making any good breaks or any safeties making good breaks on passes.
No, and Coach Harsin said that, Randy. He said, we've got to make some breaks and pick off some of those passes. I didn't understand, like I said, how we were playing our corners, because we're 8 yards off. Well, now, we did press some, but some plays we'd be 8 yards off, backpedaling to 12 when the ball snapped. Well, I don't want my corner 12 yards off a receiver that can just run a hitch or a slant or a dig route. So, especially if we're in man.
And I don't see any Ray Lewis's roaming the middle of the field at linebacker in pass coverage, who was one of the best I've ever seen at that.
That's
but
right.
Maybe we'll get better with that. Cam Riley's got the length to be able to do that. But back to Owen Pappo. Thoughts?
You go ahead.
Well, I'd like for him to be all SEC caliber. And
Randy, is he rusty because of the time off or what?
No, I think he plays about the same as he did before.
Okay.
He's an okay player. I think he's good sideline to sideline. But, man, he's not what we lost from last year.
Yeah.
There's one thing that you knew for a fact, was nobody was going to be more physical than we were at the middle linebacker position last year. Yeah. And right now, I'm not saying we're suspect. I think we're slightly above average at linebacker, but I don't know if that's good enough for where this defense needs to be the way the offense is playing. Your thoughts, though?
Well, I there again, he's not stood out these first 2 games like we hoped that he would.
Yes.
I mean, last week Cam Riley was unbelievable. You know, and this week, who was it? Somebody else. Derek Hall had a lot of tackles, and Owen a few. I still like our run defense, and I think we're going to get tested this coming. Andy and I have said this coming Saturday's game is as pivotal a game for an Auburn football team as we've seen in a while. And we'll see what this run defense can dial in.
I'll tell you one I don't think we need to have off the field too often. Keontae Scott.
Right, yeah, and I said that too. His returns are electric.
And defensively, he's just explosive out there all over the field.
He's the man.
He is. Up against our last break here on the Auburn Blitz.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our Best Rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Don't be caught in a dirty vehicle. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have your vehicle or boat looking like brand new in no time, and you'll be back driving in style. They specialize in detailing, paint correction, gel coat restoration, and ceramic coating. Take it to the professionals at Lake Martin Mobile Detailing. Call them today at 256-794-2328 or stop by and see them at 702 McCarty Road in Dadeville. Mention this ad and receive $10 off. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing for your cleanest vehicles around. Need that boost to get you started in the morning or help get you through a long day at the office? Alex City Nutrition is your answer. Alex City Nutrition, located on 2nd Broad Street in downtown Alex City, offers meal replacement shakes, post-workout shakes, extreme rebuild products, and a vast array of loaded teas that offer focus, energy, and build up your immunity and overall health. Want to buy in bulk? We now offer your favorite flavors by the gallon. Come by Alex City Nutrition today or call 256-496-8284 to begin your journey to great health.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
Hey guys, this is Nate Paz with Airport Motors.
I'm Connor Branch with Fairway Auto Brokers in Opelika, Alabama.
And this is your first ever Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz.
That's right, Lake Martin. Airport Motors and Fairway Auto Brokers is teaming up for the very first Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz. Make sure to check out either website for the very best selection of pre-owned luxury trucks, SUVs, and sedans in East Alabama. Get pre-approved in minutes online and make sure to use the keyword Summer Blitz in the comments section for $500 off internet price. That's keyword Summer Blitz.
In a word, it's chaos.
You'll have to see it to believe it. Whoever said that must have been talking about Talladega. It's a place where chaos mixes with speed, where a town turns into a city, and a weekend becomes a lifetime of memories. It's a tradition like no other.
What a wild finish.
At a track like no other. And after it's all over, you still won't believe it ever happened.
The winner at Talladega.
Get your tickets now at TalladegaSuperspeedway.com.
Biggest thing Saturday, defensively, Coach, got to put pressure on the quarterback. It's not going to be a quarterback. He's mobile enough to move around a little bit in the pocket, but he's not going to scare you by needing to spy him because he's going to hit a big play on you running the football down the field. That's not what we have here, but he was good enough to beat us last year. I hope he's not good enough to beat us this year.
Well, I told you just now off the air, he's good, but he just didn't make me sit back and go, wow, that guy's unbelievable. Yeah, he's not that mobile. We've got to get pressure on the quarterback. We've got to be strong in the run game, and we got to come up with some creative stuff on the back end to keep them from dinking and dipping us, down the field 12, 13, 14 play drives.
I do think that is a strength of Owen Papo is blitzing from the linebacker position. So I hope that we haven't had to do a lot of that so far.
Been rushing 4. That's right.
So we're going to have to scheme up some different looks, and I think Papo could be big in that. That's something worth watching.
Well, that's one area, Randy, where I do think we've held some things back from a film study standpoint. We hadn't seen a lot of blitzes. We've been rushing 4. And when we do get pressure, it's with 4. Now, that's good. But I think Saturday we'll see some think we'll see some wrinkles Saturday from our blitz package that we hadn't seen yet.
Penn State, good receivers, very athletic at the receiver position. You and I have been talking a lot during the break about, what's up with our secondary? Why are our inability to make plays on the ball when it's in the air? Yeah. Are you starting to get a little concerned with that?
Not yet. I hate to keep going back to this, but I'm going to hand you. You're making me think today, and I like that. But I'm going to have to reserve judgment on a lot of the things that you and I have talked about until after Saturday.
Yes.
After Saturday, I think we'll have a lot better picture because we're going to see a lot more Penn States and better down the line, for sure.
I wish I had an answer for what I thought. This is my last show to do this week, so I was going to try to end the program with that, but unfortunately, I just have no feel for this team right now, and I don't know if that is a scathing comment.
Are you
two games in?
Are you calling a Penn State win Saturday?
No, it's not. I just know that if we play the way that we played the first 2 weeks, I do think that they beat us.
There's no question.
And can we play better? I hope to think. I would like to think we can. And I came on air last Tuesday, and I couldn't be more positive about even though we didn't win at the level that I'd hoped we would win in week one, I didn't feel bad about the way that we played.
You were almost glowing. I said, "What's wrong with Randy?"
I felt pretty good. I
Yeah.
felt pretty good about it, and it's not that I know you don't need to buy so much into it now, but I'm hoping we're not trying to convince ourselves that San Jose State just played their Super Bowl and they're a very good football team. Yeah. I don't think they're a very good football team at all, and I don't think we played very well at all.
They
and
got
I'm hoping
some
we
good
play better.
players in particular spots. You're exactly right. I mean, an 8-point win against San Jose State, that has to concern every Auburn fan. I think this, Randy, I think Saturday with SEC Nation there, with the hype, the Auburn family is going to show up in full force. Games a sellout, I think, are close. And I just hope that jump starts this team to do something special. I mean, Chris Doering, I've heard him say it. I've heard Greg McElroy say it. Other guys will tell you, Jordan-Hare Stadium, when it's rocking, is one of the hardest 3-4 places in the country to play, even though we don't have the capacity that some other people have. I mean, we're foaming at the mouth when that band comes out and that eagle flies and they come out, and hopefully that energy will sustain throughout the football game, and these guys are ready to play because we owe Penn State. We should have won that game last year.
Oh, we make a couple of plays, we do.
Yeah.
But tip your hat to them.
Yeah.
They made those plays, and we didn't. So I'm looking forward to Saturday. I hope that we do have the atmosphere that we all need and expect. And I know that these players really, maybe more than any time, because, look, the coaching carousel has already started. We didn't even bring that up, David. But,
last Saturday, how crazy was last Saturday?
Well, you look at Scott Frost, for one. I mean, this guy had more expectations than I can remember just any Nebraska coach since Tom Osborne. They felt like they went out and they got their guy, national championship quarterback, multi-times, just did all that he did at Central Florida. But, David, that didn't work, did it? Did you see that happening the way that it did?
Yeah, I thought he'd be gone by the end of this season. I didn't see it happening after the second ball game.
Jimbo Fisher?
Return on investment, question mark?
Big time.
Dude, I mean, seriously.
Look at the stats, There's a lot going on social media, like Kevin Sumlin and Jimbo Fisher at the exact same time.
Same time.
There's no comparison to what more Sumlin's done than Jimbo Fisher. What is it about A&M? Is it something about A&M?
I don't know. I liked Sumlin. Now, they never got to the crest of it with him, but, of course, you had Manziel, who was unbelievable. I've told Andy this. Whenever Jimbo Fisher talks, I feel like I need to go take a shower after he's finished.
Yeah, it is a little better. Yeah.
Well,
it
you
is.
know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be kind, but look, I didn't understand the up in the thing this quick, the up in the contract. I mean, what's he done? He's an 8-4 coach.
And who's going to offer him even close to equivalent money that what he's got?
Exactly.
How much does Nebraska have to pay to go get a Mark Stoops type coach?
I don't know. JJ and I were talking before the show. He says $7-8 million is what they're going to pay.
If Stoops is getting paid $5, you think Kentucky would count?
Yeah,
I do too.
I don't think Stoops gives a rat's rearing about California. He said, "We're here. We built it. We're rolling."
I can't see that either, and I think that Kentucky would say, "Look, a few more $1 million, she's worth it."
That's going to be interesting.
It will be interesting.
They use some of that basketball money to up the football game.
Well, and hey, they're going to continue to make money with football. They keep playing the way
That's right. Hey, November 19th, Georgia at Kentucky. Those things keep rolling the way it's been rolling.
For David Jones, I'm Randy Lee saying thanks for tuning in to the Auburn Blitz.